Hi Libra, I hope you're doing well. If I could even speak, bear with me. This chirpy dog is just making me a little bit on edge. It's been such a struggle today to find some peace and quiet to do this 48-hour reading for you and to previously do the one for Leo for their money. But we're going to touch base upon your next 48 hours and see what there is to expect, to prepare for. We're going to begin by pulling from the Spellcasting Oracle deck, as you can see, and then we'll use the Mystic Mondays Tarot to see what else you can expect. Let's do some shuffling. Hopefully there isn't too much noise, but I just have been feeling more comfortable doing these lives outside, even just right outside of the house I've been living in. I thought that doing the money and career read or just the money read for Leo would feel 10 times more comfortable, and it did to an extent because I was home alone for once for the first time in a long time. But I just feel as if it's also the house. Anyways, for Libra, the next 48. What does Libra have to look forward to? If you're new to the channel, I'm a Leo, Libra. We have good luck, travel, friendship, and fertility. So I feel like something you gave birth to recently is taking a highlight, and I also sense that there's thoughts of, if not action taken towards for oneself in regards to giving birth to something else new. It could be a business expansion, starting a new business. It could be a new job. I feel like you could have been recently applying to jobs for some, or thinking about stepping it up in the work environment, or something to invest money in, all right? But don't be surprised when there's a focus on friendship for one reason or another. Now, making new friends, existing friends, if you feel inclined to reach out to somebody, don't second guess it, I feel the need to say. Because there's a friend that needs you at this time, whether they dealt with something rough recently or just are going through it and you don't know, but it's like your intuition or your energetic connection to them is picking up on the fact that they just kind of need you at this time more than they need other people, or just in a different way. But there's thoughts of travel. We're saving the best one for last, the good luck card. There is thoughts of travel, all right? And I do feel like you're thinking about going on a vacation, thinking about where to go next, where you'd like to be. Social media could remind you of just that. But I feel like as well, you're being pushed to recognize that moving around isn't a bad thing in the next 48, but don't overly burn oneself out, okay? Because I really do sense that there's a lot to get accomplished, and you may just feel a little bit antsy, or just like you need to escape a situation, whether it's bad in energy or you just feel like you have better places to be for whatever reason. Interesting wording, but there's an underlying focus on your individual Libran beauty, all right? Why are you feeling so inclined to take care of oneself? I do feel as if your glow is taking a focus as well. People are noticing that you're glowing, but there's a lot of background noises taking place in this reading, even if I feel like, I don't know if you can hear it, because I feel like it's relevant for the next 48. So do mentally prepare for that, but just do your best to keep your cool. There's also a focus on your transformation and psychic abilities, even if it's not your own. But I feel like at this time, your third eye is quite open in regards to what needs to take place, what you need to hold back from. I sense that you are, a shining star who is experiencing a true level of good luck at this time for one reason or another. It's like you've been through the ringer, you've been through a lot of shit, and now there's a lot of good luck on your side. Whatever you produce or develop in the next 48, you're being viewed as a king or a queen, okay, or a nice mix of both. You're being viewed as royalty and as someone who's very talented, very much in their power at this time. Even if behind closed doors, it doesn't fully feel like that at all times. At least the power aspect of what I just said. Let's do some shuffling and pull some tarot. Stay in your lane is what I'm hearing. Stay in your lane. Trust who you feel the need to steer clear of and who you feel the need to associate oneself with. Your intuition is quite strong at this time, I feel the need to say, and that needs to be awarded in the form of trusting it. Interesting wording. But the Six of Swords and the Page of Wands, when you feel a little bit anxious, step away from that situation. I feel like you're empathically picking up on somebody's energies, or you're just the energy could just be a little bit rough, or you just have somewhere else you are being pushed spiritually or intuitively to be, okay? But I feel like as well there's thoughts of sailing towards a fresh, passionate new beginning. What is that for you? right? Whether that's a new job, a new living situation, another kind of investment. It could be wanting to sail towards a new relationship or wanting somebody to sail towards you. It's like the vibe I just got from this. It's like, hello, I'm Libra. I'm ready for you. Can my divine counterpart come in? I'm hearing twin flame, but I personally don't typically talk about twin flames. Can this Knight of Cups or whoever it is for you, can they just come in? You know, you may not even have met this person yet, but you could have somebody specific on your mind, okay? But don't make oneself anxious or nervous or just a little bit lacking hope, right? Due to the past or just something being a little bit delayed potentially. It'll come in when it's meant to. And I feel like you're also thinking about manifesting money all the meanwhile. But why is it that you kind of know that your money's going to work out, but then you wonder if your love situation's going to work out? I did hear a lack of trust or slightly untrustworthy. I feel like you're questioning whether or not you can trust certain people, new options for love, new friends, existing people in your life, kind of questioning a lot. For Libra, we have the Five of Cups, the Lovers, and the Seven of Cups. Yeah, I really do feel like dating is taking a focus in the next 48, even sexual matters. And I really do feel like you have a lot of options when it comes to that, right? You have choices, decisions to make moving forward. You may even get so many options or two really good options that you don't want to make a choice, or you feel like you can just kind of keep both until one proves to be less worthy than the other, or just one shines more than the other. Does that make sense? But I really do feel as if you're expecting the worst when it comes to options at this time, or when it comes to people in your current day situation. It's like I don't really feel stellar about certain people in my current living situation, but you may also feel as if it's more so for the work environment, friends, family. You apply it to your situation. I do sense that there needs to be a switch in perspective. And just recognize that, yes, you're very intuitive at this time, right? So you probably see the truth in other people's situations or just how things are going to unravel. But it doesn't mean you should be expecting the worst to the point where you even manifest more negativity, or just you want to make sure that you are adding to the overall positivity of a situation, right? And I feel like you normally do, but certain past circumstances or just occurrences might have added to your not wanting to deal with the BS, right? Or just, again, expecting the worst. But let's move on. Keywording. When something annoys you or just something stresses you out, let's move on. There could be a focus on somebody in your life from the past or current day situation where they're not trustworthy, and Spirit's saying, let's move on. Let's move on, Libra. You have so many options once again, okay? When it comes to friends, when it comes to love, when it comes to sexual matters. So do not fret. And do not hold on to what is not going to add a level of trust and comfort and hope into your situation. You owe it to oneself, okay? You owe it to oneself. The Ace of Swords. Now, it did come out in reverse, or I picked it up in reverse at first, so I feel like there's a putting the sword in the lack of hope or just the negativity at certain points, or even situations, once again, that lack trust. But I do sense that there's going from a lack of clarity to flipping this in the upright, and now we're gaining a bit of knowledge, right? Better understanding somebody, or better understanding when something's meant to come in, or how, or why somebody isn't the right option for you, okay? Your work will shine is what I'm hearing. Your work will shine. There's no coincidence that there's a helicopter going by. Now, I just feel like travel's on your mind, okay? Thinking about soaring to new heights in your own individual way, all right? In your own individual way. But why are you feeling guarded? Why are you feeling guarded? I just feel like as well, there's going to be certain moments where you kind of snap back into the Libran energy, into your individual energy, and you feel a bit showy. I feel like somebody just joined the live and you just have very great energy where you feel dramatic from time to time. But that's kind of a Libran way of being for the most part. But why have you been feeling in your feels at certain points recently and just feeling a bit depleted? Because you've been putting in extra work. And when you can't actually do that due to obstacles or people around you, energy, it's frustrating, right? It's frustrating. And I feel like somebody's energy around you is depleting you, at least to a certain extent. And you don't deserve that. But it just pushes you, or it has been pushing you, to take steps in the right direction towards a new job or a new side hustle so you can make more money so you can move to a new place of residence, or you can just work in a healthier environment, right? Or just have more financial comfort for oneself. However it works for you, there's going to be a need to focus on when there's a bit of a, that dog is so annoying. There's going to be a need to focus on when you slip up on your words, right? Don't let it affect you. Confidence-wise, but your stomach, when you're feeling upset to your stomach, it could be due to what you just ate or you digested what you consumed drink-wise, but I feel like as well, and or it could be the energy in the air. Somebody around you isn't doing as well as they'd like to present, and that is taking a focus. But there's so many highlights in the next 48 in regards to who's not meant for you, okay? And how many people have done you wrong. And so therefore now you have the knowledge and experience to figure out quite quickly, intuitively, you're just not a good option for me. Or it's just even gonna be a reminder for somebody you chose not to respond to recently could have potentially just ghosted them. There's a focus on the fact that you were just trusting your intuition, okay? Even if it felt a bit random in the moment. It's like they said the one wrong thing, or just it was something repetitively, pattern-wise. It's gonna differ from case to case. You could be a bit distracted in the next 48. I feel very distracted right now. But it feels like the next 48 for you is very successful in a lot of ways, very eye-opening, and a lot of reminders and synchronicities taking place from spirit. But you could just feel like it's a little bit all over the place where you have to sort of catch your breath and kind of regain your focus on what's at hand, right? Don't let what you want to accomplish in the near future or just next to alter the quality of what you're producing in the moment, or don't allow what's taking place around you, distraction-wise and annoyance-wise with the dog, to alter how you are doing whatever you're doing in that moment, okay? Do your damn best to stay in the present moment. I feel like there's going to be several moments where you can't even sort of process what you're thinking, or just you lose your train of thought because of background noise or energy, spirit. They're saying drink enough water. I'm quite dehydrated right now, and I feel like it's purposeful for your reading, okay? I'm hearing soar away when the energy feels rough once again, but hydrate, a lot of H2O, okay? A lot of H2O, something about a satellite. The Fool card here talking about how you need to be having fun, all right? You need to get into this joyful, joyous energy, right? Where you have felt recently in the recent past, like sort of galloping down the street, right? Or just being a bit of a show, enjoying oneself more so than you have been at certain points in the recent, very, very recently, or even at certain points in the next 48. So just snap oneself out of it, right? Or wrap oneself up with something that makes you feel more vibrant, more electrifying, right? Enjoying oneself more. Like, for example, they're giving me listening to music. That's my getaway, right? From when things are noisy at work, okay, in the past, or at home these days, or when I'm walking, music just helps me feel just better, right? It gets me back in the mood, back in my high vibration, and I shake off the energy that just wasn't mine to carry all the meanwhile, okay? But I feel like your connection to the sun is taking a true highlight, and I feel like palm trees, there is one right back here. If not palm trees, a different type of tree. Nature in and of itself is taking a focus, a highlight, but it just feels like you're being pushed to get back to, once again, that fun Libran way, right? To gallop in the sun or just in your own sunlight, right? Allow for oneself to glow and shine bask in the glory of how successful you are in certain ways. So it reminds you, do focus on, acknowledge, be grateful for the successes that are coming to be, the pushes forward, if I even said that correctly, at certain points in the next 48 as well. Again, the noise in the background is getting to me, but I just feel like you have the knowledge, the wisdom, the experience, the inner strength and power to overcome whatever is, they're saying, pissing you off, or whatever is getting to you, or just feels so repetitive or unhealthy, and try to once again focus on the benefits of where you're at this point along your path, and the fact that you can just shift towards more transformation, more change, okay? And I feel like all the meanwhile, people are noticing how much you're transforming, how much you're changing, and it's a beautiful thing, all right? Let oneself shine as, okay, there could be a focus on your family, let oneself shine as you move towards new levels of success for oneself. All right, shine like the star you are, Libra. All right, so I hope this was truly helpful. I'm sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy the next 48, and I'll definitely see you next time. Bye, my friends.